Okay, so you are the...
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Right, okay, I'm not going to say anything else. Good luck.
What can be, unburdened by what has been. There are those who are unable to see what can be, but there are many more who are able to see what can be unburdened by what has been. Remember Venn diagrams, those three circles? Right, and then let's just see where they overlap. You will not be surprised because I have constructed a Venn diagram on this. Remember those three?
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Yes, yes.
And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Already the crowd is going crazy, and you came here to dance? There's something about your energy. I think you have all the future ahead of you.
I mean, you are so fast. It's crazy how you go
You know,
from
I
here
do
to
the
there and
weave.
here to there.
I'll talk about like 9 different things, and they all come back brilliantly together.
One of the things that makes these people stars is there are people that come out and then they do an act.
The late great
And then there are
Hannibal
people that come out, you believe there's no separation between who that person is and this is not an act.
Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
As a kid growing up in shithole countries, I always looked up to the United States, the land of burgers, blockbusters, and freedom. And the man who leads America, its president, would have to be someone who not only represented America, but embodied the best qualities of its people. A role model that ordinary people could aspire to. So when the 43rd President of the United States, George W. Bush, said this, I felt confused.
Too many good docs are getting out of business. Too many OBGYNs aren't able to practice their love with women all across this country.
Did you catch it? You can see it right here. Right here.
GYNs aren't able to practice their...
Halfway through the sentence, the President of the United States realizes he doesn't know what the fuck OBGYNs actually do. So he attempts to say something generic, which ends up being hilarious and creepy.
Their love with women all across this country.
Now, George W. Bush could never be mistaken for a smart person, but I watched as the Americans elected him a second time, following a rush of patriotic fervor that overtook the nation after 9/11.
And you're working hard to put food on your family. Human being and fish can coexist peacefully. We want to be friends with Muslims and Muslim children. Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
The greatest nation on earth couldn't be that stupid, right? Right? Bush was followed by Obama, who brought, at the very least, intellect back to the office of the presidency. But then, after Obama, the pendulum swung back, way back. Donald Trump understood that there's nothing worse than not being talked about. With his experience in the public eye, spectacle was his forte. What he said didn't matter as much as the fact that he had said it.
The kidney has a very special place in the heart.
Shameless and self-serving, unmatched ignorance coupled with supreme confidence, he discombobulated the Democrats by lowering the standards by which people in general, and presidents in particular, are judged. And it was hilarious. He's weird and he says weird stuff, but it's entertaining, right? A presidential candidate saying he enjoys sexually assaulting women, that he'd date his own daughter.
Although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Marveling at another man's dick size.
He took showers with the other pros. They came out of there, they said, oh my God.
Wow, we need more. We want to see more. After Trump's exceptional incompetence was on full display in his first term, he was poised to perish into oblivion like many other terrible former presidents. But the media could not let him go. So they kept Trump in the public eye. He was all they talked about. They accused him with a catalog of crimes and tried him in court. But all this did was animate his mindless minions more. Members throbbing, mouths frothing, butts leaking, voices screaming. His supporters grew incandescent with indignation. But he was bloody hilarious and bizarre. He's a clown show, and you can save money because you don't even need writers. The jokes write themselves. And they just couldn't help it. The people loved it. It was entertaining. It was fresh. The freakier the show, the pricier the tickets, and the bigger the audience. See, in America, debates are entertainment. Policy is entertainment. Sexual assault is entertainment. Lawsuits are entertainment. All information is entertainment. Elections are entertainment. Americans don't want to be governed. They want to be entertained. Americans love their TV. But if there's one thing they love more, it is being on TV. To many non-Americans, this seems bizarre. A convicted sexual predator and a felon, having won the ovarian lottery, born with the silver spoon in his mouth and who speaks at a 5th grade level.
I know words, I have the best words.
Who married 3 trophy wives and had sex with a porn star, had become president for the 2nd time. But now I realize why this is. Trump is American, or a certain type of American. He personifies every desire of his supporters. He's not a cautionary tale, but rather an aspirational figure. I ask you, what do Americans with excessive pride and low intelligence and large trucks and poor education
I love the poorly educated.
dream of? They dream of winning the lottery, plating their homes in gaudy gold. They believe the height of class and culture is Las Vegas, and they dream of getting East European mail-order trophy wives, and they dream of becoming the king of America.
Is people, you see the fervor, they have a great fervor.
These are people who either aspire to one day sexually violate women with impunity, or at the very least, do not find such behavior to be a deal breaker when appraising someone for a position of leadership. These are people who are fine if their children see Trump as a role model. And now that this convicted felon and imbecile is the president once again, and intends to fill his retinue with Kirkland brand versions of himself, there is one thing I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about running out of entertainment. So grab your snacks, sit the fuck down, and enjoy the show. It's great TV, and don't forget to laugh because it's all so fucking hilarious.
Good morning. Last night, I had a warm conversation with President-elect Barack Obama. I congratulated him and Senator Biden on their impressive victory. I told the President-elect he can count on complete cooperation from my administration as he makes the transition to the White House. All Americans can be proud of the history that was made yesterday. It shows a president whose journey represents a triumph of the American story. Many of our citizens thought they would never live to see that day. This moment is especially uplifting for a generation of Americans who witnessed the struggle for civil rights with their own eyes, and 4 decades later, see a dream fulfilled. And when the time comes on January the 20th, Laura and I will return home to Texas with treasured memories of our time here. It will be a stirring sight to watch President Obama, his wife Michelle, and their beautiful girls step through the doors of the White House. I know millions of Americans will be overcome with pride at this inspiring moment that so many have waited so long. I know Senator Obama's beloved mother and grandparents would have been thrilled to watch the child they raised ascend the steps of the Capitol and take his oath to uphold the Constitution of the greatest nation on the face of the earth. Last night I extended an invitation to the President-elect and Mrs. Obama to come to the White House. And Laura and I are looking forward to welcoming them as soon as possible. Thank you very much.